All right. Hello. I am back. Long voyage at work for 3 days. And I think I've been a nursing for a long time, as everybody knows, but nurses are the bomb. I could never do their job. They keep telling me, why can't you go to school, be a nurse? I just couldn't do it. These guys they deal with a lot. A lot. So I don't know if I have that kind of level. Hi, Karan. I've had my brain fried at work. All of my friends ask me why I don't be a nurse. I told them I don't know if I have the brain capacity for it. And then, of course, I went from the crazy unit to Alzheimer's unit. And it made me want to challenge myself for another one. You have many jealous women around you. I have old people that want to kill people around me. Maybe I can send them over there. Oh. Oh, hi, how are you, Poja? But yeah, I'll tell you. I mean, I could give you advice about jealous people because I deal with them on a daily current. Jealous people, I will tell you, just from dealing with them every day, they try to take down your energy. You got to stay on guard like you're on Vietnam War. They play dirty. So you got to play dirty back sometimes. That's the thing with jealous people. And I like to play dirty with people. They want to sit there and try to take me down. I welcome the challenge, but I'm come from a military family. You got to be the prey or the predator. I will tell you this. I can tell you their weakness from the tarot cards, but I can't tell you how to defeat them. Sometimes you just have to defend yourself. And you do it in a nice, dignified fashion, and don't let yourself look weak. Make yourself look smart and happy. I'm over here drawing two fallen angels kissing because I don't want to be like the people I've been taking care of. They're not. I love them to death, these residents, but I don't want to be like them when I get older. But anyways, getting back to this because this is more my realm. And I'll do a card deck on their weakness. But getting back to defeating your enemies around you, that is. Which they're enemies at this point, if they're trying to take your grace. They're enemies in, I guess, a fashion that you would say they are almost transmissive in a way because they're not going to go away and you got to dominate the field. Because this is oh, excuse me. This is your understand. This is literally where the battlefield begins and ends, and war is inevitable. You cannot. It's not going away. And even in the times of great peace, it just means a more dirty war is going to happen. I buy all these drinks and then make crystal light out of these to save money. I'm always doing this kind of stuff, but yeah, what I would do is playing the offensive. Do not play the defensive, and do not. I guess just stop caring when people are just trying to be nasty and mean to you. People could literally tell me to my face they hate me, f you, and all this, and I literally don't care. I don't know if it comes from dealing with two toxic babies' daddies, but sometimes this is your life struggle, and if people are doing that, I have been told by many dark spirits that this is the way it's supposed to be. So, but I'm doing this a little bit different. I wanted to get the faces exactly like positioning, but this is Angels of God. And I don't know, for some reason my friends at work told me that I bring goth. So I'm altering this and I'm looking at it from a Google vision, but I don't I never done two people kissing before. So sometimes you need help. I realize that. Even though I'm a warrior soul, but I'm getting to your reading crowd. But yeah, you really got to show them that they don't bother you. And the thing is they sense your fear. And if they've gotten this far with you, they're feeding off of your fear. So you got two options, I guess, in this case. You be on the offensive and you start shooting back, or you're really good at a defensive. I like to be the offensive. I enjoy watching them fall and all the lies they told. I enjoy watching them suffer with their little lies. This is what I'm doing to my stepsister's husband, and I'm hoping that he gets his lawyer degree taken away, because it's terrible. Just because he's a lawyer, he thinks that he can say that people are dead when he has access to death records. And I can either, at this point with my stepsister's husband, which is a very powerful man, I could cower down, or it could be nasty, or just be a victim. And I refuse to be a victim, so I torture him. But let me see what the cards did. I did a badass wing so far, and I gotta have the girl's face I want here, so I have to have a feminine skull there and the masculine right here. It's gonna really be a it's really gonna be terrible trying to piece that together. But yeah, that's what I do. And when my friends tell me, my friend, that they're talking shit, that is when I get the most happy, because I try to find things that will destroy them. And someone like this did this to me at work. So they asked me why I didn't get this resident changed in the timely manner. They have all these rules. But anyways, as I did that, I told her that this one girl was bullying me and all this stuff. And I told her, I was like, what do you want me to do when she's calling me outside to see if, as saying she like beats the crap out of me? I said, I didn't know where to fight her. This is what I told my boss. My boss got her transferred. But it's the person that holds the strongest ground and shows no fear that wins this game. You're in a psychological battle. Those, if you're not on the offensive, are more traumatizing. That is the bit of advice I will give you from there. And their energy fields are in. Is this the two? Of course, I gotta be having technical problems. Night. Okay. Is it night here? Yeah, it's night. I got all these little lamps everywhere. But you got the Knight of Swords on this whole situation. And this talks about imprisonment, victim mentality, negative thoughts, self imposed, lack of clarity, anxiety. Their intentions are in the Knight of Swords. So they want to make you the victim. They're not going to stop until you put them down. And you don't put them down with swords or guns. You put people down with knowledge and showing them that you're a strong person and you ain't gonna put up with their crap. And you'll get very far in life. And anyways, you're this situation surrounded by the chariot. And this card just talks about success, taking action, determination, motivation, leadership, travel, movement, ambition, and willpower. I see this card too does say a lot, but to me, it's saying that determination and motivation is the key to your success. This is almost like a test for you to, I guess, make the wrongs right and get what you want in life. Sometimes none of this comes handed to us, Quran, none of it. You just have to go out there and you have to do things sometimes that people wouldn't think you did and not care about it. At the end of the day, be glad that you conquered it. And good things always follow you. They really do. And you also got a lover's card surrounding this situation. This talks about love and relationship values, alignment, choices, communication, curiosity, diversity, and adaptation. I think all this pertains to you on this one, as I'm picking up in this situation that they're jealous of you to the point that the jealousy is more they don't have happiness, so they want to steal yours. And you must be such a happy and good person that they're targeting you now. So you're going to have to adapt with all this. And you're going to find love through this also. That's what I'm getting from this. And I guess the best human advice I can give you in your voyage to start your self resilience is fear no evil. Fear nothing, because the only thing, you don't even fear God. Don't fear anything, because it's not, you're not a person that needs to fear anything because you did nothing wrong. I guess, and we're gonna say you're doing nothing wrong. You're being targeted, so let, I guess, karma kind of take its effect. I'm doing an arm. Pray for me, Quran. These arms really are terrible sometimes. I don't know why. Faces are okay. Arms I have problems with. But yeah, that's what I would do. And I would just start watching what you say and put out there. Do not say anything around certain people and see what gets around. Find out who your enemies are. Because this is not going to go away for a while. You're going to have to shut these guys down. But sometimes these are the challenges we have in life also. Oh God, I gotta place the girl's hands too. And this is gonna be his neck. I hope Jesus is walking through this room. I mean, he survived the cross. Please, God, help me. Because it's fingers too. I have problems with fingers. God, I hate fingers. Alright. Wish we could see this. Oh, yeah. I got this so far. It's two light angels. Let me go back this far here. Can you see it better? Sometimes I don't have the best setup. I'm a starving artist over here. I really am. And now I'm just literally sketching that to have Alzheimer's. My friends think I'm crazy at work. I see these guys. I see these Alzheimer's patients, and these Alzheimer's patients they're, you never know. They could be you one day. And this is where it gets scary. So they say that if you do something to trigger your left and right part of your brain, you will not get Alzheimer's. And I guess this is my ultimate goal in life, is to make sure I don't get Alzheimer's. And I think it's because I realized that when you lose your mind, it's more implicating than when you lose anything else. And please don't take all these drugs that people have out there. I'm putting her thumb right here because this thumb is, hands are hard. I did a lot of skulls, a lot of skulls. And at first it was a bitch. I'm not gonna lie. Skulls are not fun. But it did teach me how to do faces. But I think these fingers are equally as bad as skulls. I mean, I'm just putting this out there as a ranting of a starving artist. But yeah, I'm just a healthcare worker that literally does not want to get Alzheimer's. I mean, I do want to do things with animals, yes, but I kind of want to gear animals and elderly together because I feel the best people that benefit from a dog is people that have issues like me, because mine is a service dog. And I feel like once you get older and start getting into the end stage of your life, I feel dogs give you that perfect way of doing it. It's like having a child having one thing that is the unconditional love that you had as a child when they see these dogs that go through the nursing home. And I kind of want to just do a service that helps out a lot of the nursing home residents because I feel it would be better for them. Because I see it. I see the effects of this kind of stuff. And it's a beautiful copacetic relationship. I feel if you look outside of yourself and try to help the better welfare of others, your life goes so much better. I feel we don't get, when I was younger, I didn't get a lot of the things I wanted when I could have. But now that I'm just, I guess, contributing to that copacetic relationship, I guess you could say, in a way, and trying to change things to the better, I feel like my life is having a more upward spiral. So, and this is why I do this, because it's very draining. Yesterday, I literally helped somebody die. And it was it was sad. Okay, his hair starts right here. So you got to put the hair placement. All right, can you see the hair? I don't know if she's still here, but yeah. And I just honestly, I guess I'm here to try to maybe see if I can make a difference in communities, helping out just animals in general and people. I'm making this guy have long hair here. But it is very relaxing coming up here. It really is. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Poja. I didn't get this one here. What intentions are in Shubham's mind regarding this connection? I guess you're going to analyze the relationship first. So let's see here. Intentions run through what the relationship represents to the user. That's usually how things like this in life succumb and pass and all that other yada, yada, yada. Things don't just randomly happen for no reason. If this person came near you, it's for good intentions or bad intentions, but you had an intention in his life, I guess. This is how that kind of runs. That's why it could go dark or light, or both, or a combo. You just never know. That men are very peculiar creatures. They can have empathy at one moment and have it shut off at the next. It's just their nature. You got the Ten of Pentacles, and in this relationship, it talks about wealth, financial security, family, long term success, contribution, legacy, inheritance, and ancestry. The intention of his time on earth is good. It's in the Ten of Pentacles. So the intention overall is good. And then you got the Ace of Pentacles. And this talks about new financial or career opportunities, a manifestation, abundance, security, stability, prosperity, potential. All right, well, this card just says that he wants to create new opportunities for himself. He has an envisioned future he can't get to right now. But that's what's in his head. And then there's the Ten of Swords also. And this talks about deep wounds, betrayal, finality, release, closure, acceptance, letting go, moving on, renewal. I guess I'm picking up that he wants some sort of renewal. He wants everything to go how he envisioned it, or he wants to move on. So I guess you got to maybe sit down and ask him if you're doing everything that he wants and be honest with you. That's what I would do. So, and maybe just try to get a read on him. Maybe just try to read his vibrations. Look into his eyes, and kind of make sure about it, because it could go either way. So, I would just start digging deep and dig a lot of deeper. All right, my crush's feelings for me. Well, Amesha, you could date anybody you want to date. You don't have to. I mean, dating someone just going out to eat and coming back. Oh, hi, Aman. That's all it is. It's not sex. You should never have sex while you're dating, especially if it's just a crush. So, I wouldn't, because you don't know the full intentions. You just go on a couple different kinds of dates and tell them, I'm not kissing you, I'm not hugging you, I'm not doing nothing. We're going to just sit here and chill and talk to your family and find out who you really are. And if they can't go by them terms, you just tell them there's the door. Don't let the door slam you too hard in the ass on the way out, and they leave. And usually the last one standing is the one that actually has the best intentions. That's how I have done my dating. Yeah, there might be 50 offers for going out to eat, but if you throw those kind of things on the table, some of them are like, damn, I just wanted to spend $100 to buy you something to eat and I wanted some hot sex. Those people will run out the damn door. I'll tell you that. And that's what happens. And people are just, it's very good practice to try to feel people out. Just put them in uncomfortable positions. But anyways, Brusha, he is in, this whole thing is in the Knight of Swords. And this talks about imprisonment, victim mentality, negative thoughts, self imposed, limitations, lack of clarity, and anxiety. I want to say self imposed negative thoughts are relating to you, but not in like he wants to murder you. None of that. It's he just wants to have sex with you. He's thinking about having sex with you, and he don't want to be weird, and he wants to be able to walk away if he can. That's what I'm picking up on that. And then you got the Three of Pentacles too, and this talks about teamwork, collaboration, learning, implications, inflammations, quality, recognition, reward, and growth. I guess if you approach him in the right way and maybe don't be too pushy and clingy, I feel this does have growth, but he's really looking to not clingy. And then there's the Chariot. And this talks about success, action, determination, motivation, leadership, travel, movement. All right, I'm not seeing him as any kind of king's blood, so he is more ambition and willpower. I guess it depends if you want a strong man or if you want a man that's not strong that will be subservient to you. He's more of a strong and determined man. And people that are in this kind of facade, they usually want strong women. Just like people that are more sensitive want more sensitive men. And sometimes they do fall in love with people that are less sensitive. But the thing is, it never really works out for them. It kind of gets weird after a while. Okay, now, oh God, here's where it gets bad for me, the arms. I always have a problem with arms. I hate doing arms. But the Alzheimer's won't get me. I'm like that. I don't want it. I want to keep my mind sharp. I can't. I got two grandkids, but yeah, and it's really not a bad thing to be this way because it's gratifying. It gives you freedom that you would thought you'd never have. Really, I'm just trying to do her. She got a shirt on. I don't like doing anything with nudity. I won't do anything like that. I actually had somebody ask me, one of my friends. I knew her forever, helped her out because I help a lot of people out. But she asked me to do a new drawing of her. I told her I couldn't draw faces if we ended that conversation quickly. It was ugh. All right. I kind of wanted her to have a wing too, so this would cover his. I guess this would cover some of his arm, and that might make this a better Hail Mary altogether. And I gotta get her wing here. We're gonna bring it down this way. And then I just could deal with faces. Thank God. But yeah, that's why I'd be sketching a lot. I don't like to. The way I look at life is when you live in strength, you don't gotta worry about little things like that because people will come and go, but the ones that will stay are the ones that matter the most. Those I can say for a fact is absolute truth. Absolute. Because I've had a lot of people that I thought really was my good friends, but they told me they just was going through things in life, this and that. I'm just cultivating I wanted two dark angels kissing, and this was a regular angel and a human, and I didn't want that. So I'm just playing around now. So I'm just making, and that because her wing has to overlap his. But yeah, I don't want you guys to think I'm mean. I'm just trying to help you out because you're gonna have this a lot in life. There's a lot of negative people out there, and they're just not nice. They're really not. There's people doing amazingly horrible things in the world, and there's nothing anyone could do about it. We gotta wait for, I guess, fate or whatever to take it on. All right, you want to know about Ahmed Zaman? All right, let me get to yours. I got these two wings intertwined. Maybe Jesus did walk through my house. I got this so far. I got to work on arms. We all know how great I am with arms. Laugh out loud. I can make a damn skull and everything else, but I got problems with arms and fingers. I guess every artist has their limitations. Mine is fingers. I really got to focus on fingers these days. Alright. Alright. He has been. Oh, he commented on your post. Okay. He's been holding back. Oh. Yeah, I did. Honestly, I used to get a lot of comments in my posts, but I think they were scammers. But I get you. When I was on, when I was able to get into my Facebook and Instagram account, which I cannot, I don't know what happened. I have to probably buy a whole new phone, but honestly, it's like going on vacation. I had so many comments, and it's so hard to keep up with them. And I swear, I know I'm not popular over there. There's way more popular people than me, so I figured they were all scammers. But I know when you get higher up in the scale of Instagram, it could be 50-50. So I get it. All right, your social media butterfly here. What is that? Ahmed? Oh, yeah. Ahmed. All right, Ahmed is, his energy is in the Emperor. And the Emperor is power, recognition, ambition, logic, concentration, rationality, new opportunities, and promotion. His ego is really rising high, I'll tell you that. And it's kind of making him not into a nice person. I will tell you that, Ahmad. That this person has a lot of, I don't know, he's too big for his britches, let's just put it that way. These are the people I always told people to don't let the door hit them in the ass walking out. But I mean, this is totally up to you. And then you got, this is the three. Yeah, I need better lighting over here. There you got the Three of Swords, and this talks about heartbreak, hurt, betrayal, depression, tears, conflict, delusion, and trauma. I want to say that the betrayal and conflict, and I want to say all this kind of relates to you. And then there's the Star. And this talks about hope, inspiration, creativity, calm, contentment, renewal, security, spirituality, healing, and positivity. I think this is where they want your relationship to lead, but right now you're in the Three of Swords. There's something he's not telling you. I will tell you that. So, and it's the lie that is blocking the star. Sometimes if you lie, you can block a positive reaction. That's why they tell you not to lie. Not because it's a sin, it's because it blocks the positive. So don't ever lie. That's when karma takes its ugly little suit and that's it. And show's over. But yeah, that's why I never lie. Even if it would get me in trouble at work over something stupid, I don't lie because I always have the positive result, no matter what. Because you block all your positive. So don't block your positive, let him keep blocking his, and you'll be happier. All right. All right, Ruda. I think you've been on here. Oh, I'm trying to make. I'm trying to challenge myself. I'm doing two angels kissing, and I'm not very good with arms, so I found a base sketch so I know kind of how to get their faces sculpted now that I can finally draw faces. But I have a problem with arms, but I'm getting through it. But I'm I'm kind of putting together my own, and this one was an angel, one wasn't. So I'm kind of I made another wing this way. I do this not to have Alzheimer's, and I've done a lot where I could do faces. So now I got to start being able to do faces and different kinds of scenery because my brain isn't being triggered enough. Not at all. So, and I'm not going to be like my residents. I'm not. I'm going to have a sharp mind and I'm staying with these guys until the end. I really am. And the only way I can stay with my friends to the end that have Alzheimer's is to not get Alzheimer's. So, this is what I do. I'm getting to it. You know, this is free. I'm not on a time schedule. I'm just letting you guys know. My time schedule was in the last 3 days, where I worked 32 hours in 3 days. This is just spread hope and peace. And there's a lot of people that restrict people because they want, I don't know how you pay YouTube to become a member in some of these channels. I have no clue. It sounds crazy, so I just don't do it. I wouldn't do it to anybody else. But Abram, all right, you want to know about this person in a romantic way. All right, I can tell you about this person's Abram's romantic intentions. And they're in the Five of Pentacles, and this talks about there's hardship, rejection, isolation, worry, adversary, struggle, bad luck, illness, divorce, scandal, and disgrace. They all don't apply to you. I'm just saying this is what these are meanings of the card. And this is what that whole relationship is in. I want to say it's more hardship and someone feels rejected. I will tell you that. And then you got the sun that follows you. And this talks about success, positivity, good luck, happiness, truth, optimism, vitality, creativity. That's good. But it's also surrounded by the Three of Swords. And this talks about future planning, discussions, and they're seeking discovery, action plan, possibilities, growth, and openness. I think you guys need to communicate more. And you need to get on a personal level where you give up a piece of yourself. Possibly finances and maybe you might have a better outcome and maybe get involved with their finances. Oh, this was supposed to be purple. And I really wanted purple hair because I'm 51 years old and I'm a healthcare worker and I needed to live my best life. I got red from a purple dye. I think the universe, for some damn reason, when I want one thing, it gives me an entire other thing. So, I don't know. Everybody says it looks good at work, so. But I hope I was helpful to you. And I know I'm not trying to be harsh because this is what the universe is to us. This is a testing ground. They say, and some YouTubers are saying that we're really actually dead and this is a different reality. So this is all a test. And sometimes our self endurance and stuff is all we got, and we got to try to do the right thing. If you want to go by all these other theories, it's an in between either way. So we might as well live our best life and do the right thing and go out with a good positive note. So I can't tell you what she thinks about you. Nobody can. In this realm of existence, that is a personal thing. Somebody can literally think they can have the intentions on murdering you, but not feel the murder. This is what is scary. I can't tell you that. It's against every cosmic law there is. It really is. And anybody that tells you that is they're lying to you and they're crazy. So I don't know. I would that's really kinda up to you and whatever lesson you gotta learn in this life. That's really what it is. Alright, Latoya. I'm trying to get there. Alright. You know I'm not good at this. I think all day long about no I got I don't know what the hell happened. There we go. You might have to repost that, Latoya, because I've had old people destroying my mental health for 3 days and I can't find it. So I'm sorry. I love them, and then I know that Lucy loved her Halloween decoration, the one I did for her with Stitch. So I think before I tackle these faces, I'm waiting on your question. Oh, you just want a general. Okay. Yeah, I can give you a general answer, but these are what the spirits sometimes think that they think is important. And what they think is important sometimes to us is not important. And I will tell you this, Latoya, because this is how dead people think. Dead people think we're silly most of the time. If the dead people at your damn you come to your house and think that you need to use a cookbook, this is what sometimes comes up on these generals. Because that's what they do. They watch us. They watch us what we're doing. They find it interesting why we do this and that. Because they haven't been alive in so long. This is what happens. But that's just because I talk to so many dead people. It's ridiculous. But the dead people have been telling me that anybody can get Alzheimer's if you do not take care of yourself properly. So that scared the hell out of me. So I have been trying to do my best thing in life, and I'm challenging myself to this because I'm not trying to be in a nursing home. No. I can't do a head shave. I would even look worse. I mean, no. I actually did order in hair extensions though. So I got some that I found on Amazon. Oh my god, if you guys want hair extension ideas, Amazon's great. And they had on the Amazon haul, if you are one of their Prime members, I found it for like $4 or $5, and it was so cheap. And I got a bunch of different styles, and it matches my hair. Today, this is my normal hair, but until it grows back and everything, I'm not gonna keep dyeing it. I did this before. I can't do it because I'll be bald, and I can't be bald. But anyways, Latoya, they gave you in your energy field a 6 of Wands, and this talks about praise, joy, satisfaction, fans, yeah, fans, milestone, goals, homecoming, price, pretty much all the little enjoyments that you have for money. That's what they have for you as your central energy. So I guess if you want to say cappuccino machine, whatever, you can throw that in there. And then there's the 6 of Cups that surrounds you, and this is spiritual fulfillment, nostalgia, focusing on the past, which is nice. You got a heart. That's good. And then there's reunion, harmony, goodwill, and cooperation. That's a good. It's a good card. There's no war there. Then you got 9 of Cups, also for in this. And it talks about satisfaction, gratitude, happiness, joy, celebration, harmony, love, satisfaction, and romantic invitation. Invitation. I mean, that's good. You got suitors. I'm seeing some kind of suitors that want to take you out to eat, or just but don't have sex with them. A 6 of Cups. Oh, the 6 of Cups means spiritual fulfillment, like looking back at past events, making like looking back at the past with positiveness type thing. It means you got a heart. So, and the card talks about like some kind of reunion of some kind of family or friends. That's the 6 of Cups. It's nothing like romantic. The romantic one, I think, is more hitting you with the 9 of Cups. But it's an invitation. So I would just tread water slowly. Don't go fast. When you go fast, you crash and burn. It's just like driving your car, Latoya. When you go in here and you see the cops are ahead, you're not trying to go 90 miles per hour. You go 10 and see the territory. Look at your surroundings when you go on this romantic invitation. That's how you get through things without having and be able to see the bad intentions even for yourself. So I gotta cultivate this damn shirt. I swear these things. I better never get Alzheimer's. I try so hard not to get Alzheimer's. I better never get it. I'll be so mad at the universe if I get Alzheimer's. I don't know. I got a feeling I'm going to have a sharp ass mouth and be yelling at my kids when I'm 90. And I'll probably be in my house still. My grandpa died at his house, so he did not have Alzheimer's. But yeah, that would be cruel if the universe gave me Alzheimer's, doing all this not to have Alzheimer's. These are the things that I ask of the universe, Latoya. Please do not give me Alzheimer's. And I know the universe wants me there with those old people. They do. I think that they love having my paintings. They love them. They literally put their requests in. And I'm not joking about this, not at all. Okay, this was a breast. Okay. Okay, I don't know why it turned out crazy like that, but it's the breast of the shirt. I don't want it to look too sexy. I don't like doing those sexy drawings. Sexy drawings are not my forte. I just don't like to do them. I hope I have, Latoya. Pray to God that I do not get Alzheimer's, because I will be up here trying to be a Picasso, not to get Alzheimer's. Because I feel bad. This is why they get all my paintings, Latoya. This is why. If you would see some of these, and I'm gonna tell you the story. I laughed my ass off yesterday. Some of my favorite people, the Alzheimer's people. I guess they gathered together on a mission to get the hell up out of there, and they got in the parking lot of my nursing home, went outside, and was trying to get in everyone's car. And now they're at large whenever, and I was there for them, the whole taking care of thing. It was very interesting. Very interesting. I found it hilarious. It's like Thelma. It was like Thelma and Louise, except these guys, I want to give them a little more credit. But yeah, they're got Alzheimer's, and there ain't no bunch of kids doing that bullshit to me when I get older. Uh. They got all kinds of security, these three old ladies. So, yeah. And I took care of them. But it is what it is. Alright, so I gotta come around here more and out this way. See, fingers are horrible. You gotta cultivate these damn fingers. I hate drawing fingers. I really do. I think it's like the worst thing. But I know it helps my right side of my brain. And I gotta be there because I'm not having them damn young people chasing me around the damn place. I'm not. I refuse. Alright, here we go. Okay, now I'm gonna shade. I'm gonna make my shirt like this. Alright, now this is the top of the shirt. And it kind of goes this way. And then there's a double dip in here. And I've noticed these people that are really good sketch artists, not like me. I'm talking about real sketch artists. And I say this because I did not go to art school. I just don't want to get Alzheimer's. That's it. But I am lucky enough that one of my friend's daughters is going to art school. And I get insider information. I do. I get there's these markers. They're called alcohol markers. And I guess if you put them, like when you sketch and then you put you have the markers down and then you blot them, and they come like a little square. And I guess these make it look like you painted. So let's say, because she made this amazing snake, her daughter, and she showed me her daughter's picture. So I'm gonna probably, once I get these arms down pat a little better, I'm gonna probably order these oil, the alcohol markers, because it looks amazing, and I could paint a little too. So she was telling me that that's where a lot of these artists are persevering at. But I got her little shirt part done now. The ladies over here, the man's gonna be over here, and their faces gotta come together, and they gotta be kissy faces. So this is where I'm at. At least I'm almost halfway there. An hour later, I'm not even half done. Alright. Hello, did I meet my future wife yet? I can tell you the energy field, but I can't tell you if she's your future wife, because that's your decision. And it also is her decision, not, even when she is your wife, not to be your wife. And even if it's not in paper, in this realm of free choices, you can keep somebody there physically, but not mentally, you can't. So, but I will give you the energy field on the lady you have in your mind. I don't have to know her name. I really don't. All I can do is read your energy, her energy through you. But you have your relationship right now. I don't even deal with upside down cards. You could do positive readings. You don't have to be doing these half negative ones. It's not all of them is negative. But anyways, you got the King of Swords for your central energy in the lady in question. And this talks about clarity, truth, powerful, courageous, desirous, ruling, firm, conviction, objective, decisive, and logical. I want to say she has a lot of clarity, and she has kind of like a king mentality. She seems like a nice person. Her energy seems very strong. She has a strong energy. I will tell you that. And then all this surrounded by the moon. And this is about intuition, dreams, subconscious, uncertainty, confusion, fear, illusion, deception, chaos, and implication. I want to say that there's hidden fears of more of what pertains to you. I'm picking up on my downloads is confusion, and I want to say it's more from second doubting yourself all the time, and it just leads to like a different form of chaos. Like it's laying the seed of unhappiness type thing. And then you guys are surrounded by the sun. And this talks about success, positivity, good luck, happiness, truth, optimism, vitality, which is good, and creativity and self. I want to say that there's going to be a real positive outcome, but it's not going to come unless, I guess, fully this whole thing of with the moon goes away. And that's your test. If you can get through all of this and take away the fear and build trust, I feel that, and I'm talking about a subconscious trust, the trust that it takes years. I feel it could be a good outcome. But that's in any relationship, though. We all go through it. We do. It's life. That's why you need hobbies. Just because you're married doesn't mean it's the end all. It means you got more tests to do. That's all it means. And then pretty soon you're worried about having Alzheimer's. That's just how that goes. I'm hoping the universe likes me enough not to do this. I want to keep all my money. Because it's expensive to get old. I don't know if you guys realize that. Some of these residents pay here $80,000 a year just because they, got a little kooky. And I don't know. I don't think it's very fair. So, but that's just my opinion. But that's how it is. I mean, we had one lady, she had a lot of money and she was on Magnolia, our assistant living, and now she's on a lower unit and they took all of her money. I mean, her kids had money, but still. I don't know. I just feel bad. I love my daddy. At least I got to see daddy. I mean, I'm going to go over there and I am friends with their family. But I feel bad for her all the same. Sometimes, if you're to shade an area, if you reshade it in a different way, especially when you deal with feathers, they get fluffy. Sometimes hair's like this too. You get a fluffy texture to your paper. Sometimes fluffy is good. Sometimes fluffy is not good. That you got to be careful about. This shading business, you really kind of got to do a lot of practice with it. Because shading is, I guess, in artist terms, shading will make or break you. If you have something that where you made a couple mistakes and all that, which mostly is most of my drawings where I've made a couple mistakes, but I know I'm not perfect and I'm okay with it. I truly am because who wants to be perfect? I feel if you are perfect, you're unrelatable. I like having flaws. I enjoys them. People come to me, they trust me. At work, we talk. Oh, you're welcome. I hope I helped. I do try to give people the truth so they have good guidance and know what to expect. So I'm gonna try to get all this done down here. While I'm thinking of this is I got two faces that are going here and here. So I either do a full face. I mean, it might be got down to doing partial faces here, folks. This is where it might have to happen, the partial face. But you know what? Sometimes when you're drawing, that's why it never ends up with what you're looking at. In this paper, my brother has my my brother, his cousin, is a sketch artist for the FBI. So he actually there I guess there's 20 kinds of paper when it comes to sketching. So he took me to this place and I got this really cool paper. And when you do this kind of sketching, it's almost like you're building a portfolio. So I got 75 sheets, and then he's taking me back to this other store again so I can get more of this grainy paper. So it is a lot, and I did save a little for this paper. But I do get tips from people because I've been trying so hard, and people will give me ideas. And having being around successful people, a lot of their kids, sometimes they're in art school because they got time to learn things like this. So I take the advice because I cannot afford to go to art school, which I wish I could go to art school if I could, but I'm meant to take care of the sick. That's what I'm meant to do. And I'm okay with it. I could be working in a factory. I could be, I don't think, I'm not that good of a cook. That's the thing. Not very good at cooking. See, I scratched over here because I was going to put the guy having long hair and he has this crazy looking hair that I don't like on the sketch, so I'm changing that too. And I don't like the way this lady's cheekbones are, but I needed to know the angle because I haven't. I'm going to start with her face now. And I got in here. This is her dress thing here. And and it looks like a shirt dress type thing. It would be a shirt or a dress. It doesn't matter at this point. We're just focusing on them kissing. Because there's always like under levels when you're sketching. Because you can make these things more sharper as it goes along. So I'm going to try to bring some hair forward here. Alright, his face, I'm going to have his face pulled more forward, so I may have to reposition this damn arm. You should wait in this connection or give up. I honestly, if you want my opinion, yeah, I'm in social media. I guess you could say I'm in social media. I don't know if I consider this social media. It is, but it isn't. But I would, if it was me, I don't know. I would just put it on the side, and if he contacts you, I would respond, but I would stop trying. I would stop trying to respond. And I wouldn't let it bother me. I really wouldn't. See, I think I got too far here. She would have a smaller face here. But yeah, that's what I would do, honestly. I mean, but it's up to you. I mean, if you really are into this guy, I mean, I've been into people, but I want to say there has to be somebody better out there. There's got to be. But that's just my opinion. I don't like to. I guess I don't like to put my personal opinion over there because I feel everybody has their own privacy, you know. Alright, I'm just trying to cultivate this hair, and all of this got to get erased because this is going to be a hell. This is going to be a Hail Mary like in football. These faces. Well, if he reaches out, I would feel your territory. I mean, but some of these people, if you're in social media, the thing is, they think you got money. People think I have money all the time. I got money for my bills. I got money if my grandkids need stuff. So I guess in a sense I got money, but I guess I don't have enough money to where I could just go and bam buy a house. That's why I gotta wait on my inheritance. People don't realize that. So it could be if they see me on social media that he feels that too. So you just gotta be careful, is what I'm saying. I mean, but I'm not gonna discount if you really love him and you feel that it's love. I'm trying to get her hair. If you feel it's love, I mean, to me, I mean, we're all different. I don't. If I can't see the whites of someone's eyes, I don't. I don't like it. To me, that's where I'm all about. I gotta see. I gotta see how you are. But everyone's different. Now, my husband, he's connected with people online a lot, so and he had some success in his years, but I guess you got to decide what kind of person you are. I mean, they're both not bad methods, but to me, I guess since I'm so straightforward in different aspects of things, I'm a little different about it. But I guess you got to figure out what kind of person you want to be. I mean, I couldn't do it, my husband. Him like reaching out and going on these dating places. I mean, we met through my son, so and my son's 31, so I don't know, to me it's weird, but some people have luck, some people don't. But I have to see people. I got to see their faces. But I don't know. I've been told that you could do both. Oh, I can't tell you that. That's totally up to her. I mean, just like you could go and have another relationship, she has options too. So I literally cannot answer that. It's that's all up to her if she wants to have a relationship with you or if she doesn't. I mean, that's the great thing about love. So I guess it's a surprise. I guess you'll have to ride it out and see what decisions she makes. Decisions are what make the world go round. I'm making an eyeball. I don't like how they did that. I feel that there should be an eyeball. There. I got to an eyeball. So, I mean, you're going to eventually have somebody, yes, but you're just going to have to wait it out. It has cycles, and I know it's hard to wait. God, do I know how it's hard to wait? I have waited. I mean, I do have a heart here. There's been times I was waiting little bit longer than usual. Maybe start drawing and see what happens. Let her come to you. Sometimes letting somebody literally come to you is sometimes it's the better option. All right, I got eyes so far. I'm trying to get her nose because I'm gonna have the man. I gotta put the man's face here. It's actually coming out better than I thought it was. I thought it was gonna be a colossal disaster. Sometimes I have these. That's why I don't fake what I do. It's life is sometimes life is like drawing. Sometimes you gotta really something really good happens, and sometimes you it doesn't happen the way you wanted it to happen. There's a lot of symmetry between art and life. There really is. And then essentially art is life. That's why a lot of artists draw trees. Is my husband and me, we were talking yesterday. He literally was we were having this discussion because I love to draw trees. Trees are like one of my favorite things to draw, and he goes, "You do for some reason. You and trees are so good." I said, "Yeah, I know. I don't know what it is with trees and me." All right. I don't like how this artist has her forehead so circular. There we go. Oh my god, yes. Her skull is not that like that. Sometimes these artists, I don't know. Probably from drawing enough skulls, I got good at this. Alright. Alright, definitely gotta redo the lips. Alright, I got this. I'm just trying to fix the lips up. And it looks like totally different. It's not I didn't want her to have a chubby face. Alright, now I'm gonna umbrella her lips in. Because you want a curve. And we're gonna go just like this. And then we're doing the curve here. Lips are hard too. It's always the little things that make it be worse. And then after this, I think I'm going to. If you're going to pass, I mean, what are your grades? I mean, honestly, the spiritual world doesn't really like to. I guess they don't interfere with certain human things. So, yeah, I guess that would depend on you if you pass that. They really would. I mean, I can't answer if you're going to pass or not pass. You just got to study. That really has nothing to do with the mystics. Nothing at all. I mean, you might not. I mean, you should always have a plan B. You really should. Because your job does not define you. Okay, this has to be apart a little bit. Bring this down like this. Out like this. Right. Right. Bring this around here. Okay. It's a little better. I'm gonna cultivate the hair. Alright. I'm just doing some squiggly lines down this way. Because it's kind of like my style, and I feel like you can make some nice curves doing this. And it looks good with hair. Because it gives you curly hair. Curly hair is good. There we go. It actually looks a little nicer like that. There we go. Now I just got to do a decent job with his other one. All right, Abram. I don't know what's going on in your life, but I can't tell you if you pass an exam or not. I literally can't. I mean, you're just gonna have to prepare and hope for the best. I mean, that's what we do in the world. I mean, I there was some exams I did not pass in my lifetime. It's not the end of the world. You gotta try to do the best you can. You really have to. Okay, maybe I need his face over, and then I could fix it. All right, I'm gonna start his face on this side. All right, now get this here. Almost done with this. Just her hair is so silky. Either that or I'm gonna put more hair on this because I just don't like how her face is going here. Alright, he has curly hair, so I don't know, I'm finally gonna stick with curly hair. You're just doing open circles with this. Just curly hair. And I just gotta shorten up this arm now. And it's okay. So I got these extra erasers. This is where it's going to get better now. This is the struggle of an artist. Alright. Yeah, all this gotta go. I could probably just extend the wings over some crap like that. And then I'll fix this. I got her forehead doing that, but I'm gonna fix the forehead again. I just don't like the way the forehead is. I can't stand it. Sometimes the only thing you can make in your life that is perfect to you is art. And it's the one thing you control in the universe is art. Maybe that's because why I like it so much. I really do. I like it so much to where, because I feel like it's something I can control the outcome and I can feel happy because me and me alone kind of made that outcome. And I know it's something that I created because I came on here, made free choice will, and started my own story, I guess you could say. It's good to start your own story sometimes. It makes you, I don't know, it makes you happy for the day. Like you conquered and did something that was important. Even if it wasn't important to a lot of people, it was important. I guess you gotta look at it in aspects as it was important to you. And it is important to me to be able to say I made a difference in the world. Even if it was one person, even if it's not one person. I mean, it's something you accomplished and nobody gave it to you, I guess. And it's the best feeling in the world. And if you give, and then it leads to self happiness. So, alright, I think I'm going to take this out. So I don't want to, I'm starving to death, but I want to jump off the stream until I finish this. Alright. Alright, I don't even have to do her arm. I think this would just make it easier. Just not doing her arm. Because it looks like he's hugging her anyways. So that's okay. And then I can extend out this wing. Alright, this is how we're going to do this. I'm going to bring this down. Curve it. A slight curve this way. This arm. I'm going to start coming up. Well, actually, the shoulders would be kind of here. Okay, we're going to start doing shoulders this way because we got to start. Yeah, we're bringing some shoulders over. And he's hugging her, so shoulders got to go out that way. We're doing a Hail Mary, I like to call this part. Alright, and you want it to angle it this way. I'm going to make this part of the wing. make this part of the wing because his arm would come out looking way too fat. And we don't want that. It would be bad. Alright, bring this over this way. Alright. I'm just going to shade sideways with this here. You don't go straight on with your pencil. It turns out really messy if you do that. And then you get these really nice shadings this way. Alright. Alright, so now this here. You can see her brush shirt where she got some form. There you go. This is much better. Alright, I'm gonna blend in some color here. I'm just making a little outfit here. I just threw in a design from the top of my head. Alright, I got this so far. Alright, look at this box here. Now we're getting somewhere. At the Adam's apple, I still gotta fix this because I either gotta put more hair up here or something because they're damn. I don't know, I just don't think it looks very good. I'm gonna go like this, maybe up. I don't know, her eye looks a little better than that, and I'm gonna start just bringing hair around. I'm gonna give them a lot of hair. You know, some few I just like to write. I just feel like long hair. I like doing hair. I'm excited about my hair extensions that are coming. I'm really very excited about them. I find such good deals. I really do. Alright, I'm just doing literally just semi wavy lines here. And his eyes are going to be open too. I feel like alright. Kind of the same sequence. You go like that, and you have another line going like this. It's coming out more like anime. It seriously looks like anime. Oh well, if it looks like anime. Everything I do looks like anime. It's crazy. Okay. Now Google decided it didn't want to give me my thing back. It's okay. Okay, something's happening. Alright, well, it doesn't matter. I'm almost done anyways. Alright, his mouth would be around here. So it has to go the same kind of sequence this way. And then you got her nose. I'm going to have overlapping and coming this way more. There you go. I'm going to give her the fuller lips and him the thinner lips. Because women that have fuller lips, I don't know if you guys knew this, but it's a fun fact. People find them more attractive. That's why women always want to get these fuller lips, because they find it a more attractive thing. Oh, happy Monday, Bill Banks. How are you? I'm not getting Alzheimer's over here. I got all kinds of stuff going on. Two people kissing is a hard draw. And I do mean hard. Alright, I might have to redo these lips again. Thank God for this grainy paper. Alright. I'm going to start with hers. She's going to have the fullest lips. Because y'all men love full lips. So. Now the boys' lips. They're going to be half that size. Just going to put a slight crease. And make hers more defined. Alright. I don't know if this has got a crazy painting or what, but we'll see. It's definitely anime. Alright, I'm going to focus on the anime apple here. Extend out this arm a little more. Just going up more. And she got a smaller face, so that's good. Put some. I don't even know what this is at this point. This is just 3 days of crazy nursing home abuse on me coming out. So we're just going to put long hair here. She just got hair everywhere. I'm just going to go with it. Reinforce this long hair because in anime, people they got all kinds of fun hair. They're in their own happy anime world, so it doesn't even matter. Alright. They're in a storm of desire. There we go. We're going to start bringing this boy anime's hair just down. We did out, now we're going to go downward strokes. Because, boys in anime have long hair, short hair. Who am I to judge anime characters? But sometimes the diversity of your lines help your drawing. We're going to start going to the side and out. Squiggle this way. Get this hair. She wouldn't have this much hair if it didn't come down long. So that's what we're going to do. Bring a little by your breast over here. Because it makes no sense to have this much hair on top and nothing on the bottom. Alright, got that so far. Yeah, you can ask a question. You can most certainly ask a question. Alright, I am going to put a signification like a fallen angel crest with these two. And I was looking at one drawing that had nothing to do with this. I just wanted to get two people kissing. And this is what I get. Drawing has a mind of its own. It's almost like a marriage signal. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah, but I'm waiting for you, Bill. I'm closing up and finishing last minute shading, so now is a great time to come get me, Bill. Give me that question. Alright. I'm doing light shading on the clothes. Alright, well, I win my lawsuit. Alright, the lawsuit, I can do an energy field on it. But I can't give you... I can give you the probable outcomes that are around it and the energy surround it, but I can't literally tell you if it's going to go one way or another. A lot of contributing factors happen with even lawsuits. It depends on where karma is for both parties and just a lot of things. A lot of things you wouldn't think matter, just like in the lawsuit I have going on with my dead sister's husband over my dad's house. So it was just luck and determination that got me through almost winning my lawsuit. So it kind of depends on a lot of things. It's whenever I would ask the universe for help too if you're going through a lawsuit because they've helped me. So, alright, your central lawsuit is in strength. And this talks about, obviously, strength, courage, persuasion, influence, compassion, taming control, overcoming self-doubt. I mean, it's not a bad field to be sitting in. It looks positive so far, your lawsuit. Then you got Queen of Wands following you. And this talks about social butterflies, a lot of, socially interacting with people. Determination, energy, passion, inspired action, adventure, and impulsiveness. You got that surrounding you. And the Knight of Swords. This talks about imprisonment, victim mentality, negative thoughts, self-imposed limitation, lack of clarity, anxiety. This would be you. I feel this This Knight of Wands is you. That's where you feel you're at. But I feel your lawsuit's in a really good positive field. It's just you keep worrying and bad things are going to come into the positive effect gets there. You got to remember that too. But I do think you're going to win yours like I'm going to win mine. Which I've already won in a sense. It's just how much is going to be the outcome. But it's going to be sort of like what I'm going through. And you're going to be okay. So I wouldn't worry about it, Bill. So I mean this I actually messed up this thing like 10 different times. And it was supposed to be one thing and turned to another, and look what we have, Bill. I don't know what this is. I couldn't tell you what this is at all. I don't even know. Some kind of anime character somewhere that was in my head, I guess. I'm going to start light shading some of this. It's just going to be it's just a really nice self-portrait of somebody in their love. I don't know. All right, they're both Caucasian descent, so I'm leaving their limbs white, and right in here where there's no hair, right in here I'm going to make this almost like a portrait type thing coming up this way. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to leave the color there too. And then there we go. The Hail Mary from football. I love football. My Hail Mary was done. Somehow it survived the storm. I really don't know how, but somehow it survived. And I feel like my brain is less mushy and I have more clarity. This is why I do this. I was at work and here comes the crying song because he has to go pee. I get you have to go pee, Chong, and I'm taking you. I talk to my dog a lot. I took him out earlier and told him I'd like to do a stream. He was okay with that. He's been playing with his toys for a couple hours, and now all of a sudden, now he just gets a thought in his head and gives you the crying song, and you got to stop. So this is why he lets me finish one painting or whatever, and then I'm outside with him. But what are you gonna do? It's the life of a dog, Mom. I tell you, no one wants to ever break in my house, ever. They don't be liking my dog. My dog will tell you it's his spot. So, everybody always tells me I have a good protector, and I do. My dog he would drag me out of a frozen river. He would go, Mom, it is our time to go outside. I don't know where the hell you are. Let's get out of this river. My dog would come get me. There would be no rescue team needed. You would see there. Oh, he's Pit Bull, German Shepherd, and Black Lab. And he is very strong. But this is what I got. I made this into more of a picture type thing, because the arms and everything went wrong with this. So this is what it ended up being. And thank God my head is better. I'm going to take him out for a quick pee, come back, and now that I know that I could draw a kissing scene, I'm going to do something else that's epic. I don't know what it is, but... Oh, thank you. You know, I don't want to get Alzheimer's, Bill. I'm 51. I got this hair idea from one of the girls that worked with me yesterday. She looked like an anime character and everybody was making fun of her. I said, I'm on YouTube. I like it. But she had this on the back of her head, and then she had the hair that way, and she's really skinny and cute. So I figured this style, which she did on the bottom, on the top, would make me look a little better. So this is what I came up with. And I have hair extensions coming, Bill. So every once in a while, it could be something different. I mean, God knows we all need diversity in our life. You gotta have fun with your life. And I'm the Amazon queen, and I'm gonna have that put on my headstone. Because as long as Amazon's on business, I'm gonna be with them, and I get good deals. So I got all these hair extensions just to add to my hair. That's fun. So I don't have to keep damaging it. So I'm gonna let him out. He's crying more. And thank you for coming in. And I am coming back later today. I slept a long time. So, and I want to draw again later. So, thank you for all your support. And I'm going to take Mr. Chong outside. And if you subscribe, thank you.